Hello, babies.
Thank you, Irene.
Thank you, Irene.
Well, now I got to dial this back 40 emails because Ray sent this out at 7 a.m. on Sunday or whatever it was.
No, it was 8:30 p.m. Sunday.
9:22.
9:22.
I was looking for your email today. I was like, where the fuck is Ray's email? And then like 40 emails later, I found it from last night. Jeez Louise.
Did you not think that you would have enough time to write this email today, Ray?
Yeah, it was a very busy day at work, and last night I was up, pacing back and forth, and I needed something to take my mind off of the game, so I wrote the email.
So do you feel confident in this email?
Yeah.
Even though you wrote it before the best game of the weekend?
Well, that's why we all have our spots for best games of the weekend.
That's true. I guess that's true. I guess we will first, before we do that, start with opening takes. Go ahead, Bill.
I think the narrative of the tie of last night's game is, and you heard it with Oakland kind of say it late in the game. I think it's kind of horseshit. They weren't playing for a tie. I understand it was going to be a 57-yard field goal, but before Brad Staley called the timeout, you were lined up in the shotgun. Let's remember that you were lined up in the shotgun on third down. You weren't playing for a tie, even if you got a few more yards. Dylan Carlson is one of the best kickers in the league. He's got a big, strong leg, and you're indoors. There's not this. Oh, if you didn't call a timeout, we were playing for. We were going to kneel. It's fucking horseshit. They were going for it, and it's just bad move on the bad on the Chargers. Bad, just terrible on a great game. Just terrible decisions on a great game.
I couldn't agree more.
The fourth and 1 on their own 18. What are you fucking doing? Like, what are you doing?
Told you, he did it in Madden yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I can do this. Watch this, guys."
I'll give you one. Now I can't get my head around it because I wanted to talk about the early lines controversy in the week because now that's all we're going to be thinking about. But now I can't get my head off of it. And I lost my opening take. That's my opening take because I don't remember what the fuck I was going to say.
Ray, why don't you go?
God damn it.
What a day of football games because it was week 18 and the AFC was not decided. The Colts lose. Steelers are now in the playoffs after winning against Baltimore in overtime. The Chargers and Raiders game going down to the wire, 3 seconds left. Now the Raiders are in the playoffs. Patriots were once the 5th seed. Now they're the 6th seed. So much movement going on. Lovely game of football. Great from 1 o'clock all the way to the nighttime. It was a great day of football, week 18. Love.
Yeah, and one more thing on my opening take: the Raiders jumped to the 5th seed. Right, if they had tied that game, they were playing the Kansas City, and they've been outscored like 89-20, I believe, in 2 games versus Kansas City this year. So there's no playing for a tie bullshit because they're the 5th seed, and then they get Cincinnati instead of fucking Kansas City. Go ahead,
here's what the Pittsburgh Steelers without that tie make it to the playoffs after another crazy win over Baltimore. They've been tight games all season long. So Ben Roethlisberger gets one more chance to get in front of the cameras with his fat face and slinging around the yard. Do you give them any chance against the Chiefs?
No.
Yes.
You do.
For some reason, they make every team play sloppy against them, and I just feel like if it gets sloppy and Mahomes isn't in Mahomes, and it's like who can outdo one on another, I think the team's going to rally around him, and they could upset the Chiefs.
Okay.
Work for the Ravens with Ray Lewis. And
I mean, Ray Lewis did kill someone. Ben did rape someone. So teams
2 people, allegedly.
2 people rally around convicted felons and murderers and rapists.
Charismatic. This has been this is the Simple Mind Sports Show, Wednesday edition, January 12th, NFL recap, the last of the season, week 18. Welcome to the show. Best Craft Brewing in New Hampshire, National New Hampshire Ray recipes.
460 Amherst Street.
Good side of Amherst Street. Get on down to the brewery, get yourself a flight, get yourself a pint, best brews in New Hampshire. If you can't get to the brewery, then get it at your local beer store, wherever you get it. Tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing.
Brain fart on that one.
Best games of the weekend. I mean, it's the Chargers and the Raiders was the best game of the weekend. That was an absolutely insane game. People,
yeah, that's my game of the week.
Whoever stayed up for it. It was back and forth. You had Justin Herbert in the Chargers completing I don't know how many fourth downs between the fourth quarter.
Oh my
and
God,
overtime.
Justin Herbert is going to waste away in such a shitty organization for a kid that has so much fucking talent. It's ridiculous.
Ray and I were talking about before the show. The not just like. What's his Staley is the head coach of the Chargers?
Yeah, Brandon Staley. Yeah.
Not just the moronic ideology to go for every fucking fourth down that possibly can be created for you. Not just the moronic move of calling timeout when, everybody in the world said don't call it time. But the way that they were running their offense late in that game with Herbert was just dumb. They were killing the Raiders with Austin Eckler, either on checkdowns, screens, or running the ball. And I get time was running out, but they were giving that to you all day long. You could have ate up 50 yards just with Austin Eckler checkdowns and then made a play. They were trying to collect 18 yards every fucking time Herbert dropped back, and they couldn't block Crosby to save their life. And you're right. If not for the ridiculous amount of talent out of Justin Herbert, the Chargers would have been dead early in the fourth quarter. He single-handedly kept them in it. So, but either
someone
way,
on the radio today said
Derek Carr's kind of a redemption project right now for a career.
Was he third in the league in passing this year, or second in the league in passing?
Yeah, but he tacked on kind of a gutsy win to get in the playoffs and making plays when he should. And after Gruden scandal, which seems like 1,000 years ago. I mean, Raiders are a team that, people kind of should be rooting for. They got the John Madden fucking grief shit going on. So, yeah, wild game. And obviously we haven't even talked, Bill hit it on the top, but a tie game and the Steelers missed the playoffs. I don't know if I don't think it's ever happened before in the NFL, but the fact that it came that close to happening was really, really fun to watch.
Yeah. Excuse me, COVID. No, it was a great ending to a lackluster regular season for the most part. And I mean, it was a good way to end it. I thought the regular season as a whole was pretty lackluster. How many times on this show, week after week, previewing next week, these games all suck. These
last
are the
5
best
weeks,
games.
though. December. December was great.
Well, you had a lot of. When's the last time so many races were decided on the last week of the season, including the AFC East? I mean, Patriots were still alive in the AFC East, and Buffalo tried to hand the Jets a game quite a few times in the first half of that game. So, I mean, yeah, it was good to rebound.
Yeah, I agree. I also had the 49ers Rams game at halftime. It was 17-3. Then you sneezed, and Deebo Samuel scores 2 touchdowns and come back, tied the game.
I also had that game. That was also one of my number one games. I was glued to the TV.
Jimmy G fucking came back down at the final fourth quarter and ties it up, go to overtime, and Matt Stafford.
Was Jimmy G playing?
Yeah, he played full game. And Matt Stafford, Bill once wanted him on the Patriots. After watching him not be clutch once again and throwing that late interception in the overtime, I would never want this guy on.
Garoppolo threw a late pick, and then Stafford marched right down, scored a touchdown. I texted
you.
I was like,
wanted this guy. You wanted this guy on this team, and that's what your pipe dream was. After Cam Newton's failure here, you wanted Matt Stafford here.
Still do.
Yeah.
He's got Detroit loser stink all over him. Not just the interceptions, but the sacks that guy takes is just ridiculous. Like, you hold the ball for 5 seconds, then you run directly into the line and get tackled. It's like he's got no head on him. Uber talented, but I don't think that he's ever going to win really anything.
He's like a Jameis Winston with a little bit more talent.
Good comparison. Worst games of the weekend. Raymond, you have the Patriots and Dolphins. Is that a homer worst game of the weekend, or just the worst game in general?
No, homer. That's a homer pick. Of course, that's a homer pick. The other one would be probably Washington and Giants. Dude. How does Joe Judge have a fucking job today? Did you see that 4th down call that he went for? And he it was like 4th and 9 and did a quarterback sneak.
No, it was 3rd and 9 at their.
It was 3rd and 9. I'm sorry.
8-yard line. They did it on second
in a row.
Second and 3rd down, and then punted it. I don't know how he has a job. After his ridiculous press conference this week, it was just, how the fuck, get out of here. Yeah. Fired.
What's the GM's name?
Gettleman.
He He
quote unquote.
retired.
Tired. They fired him. It's just
Yeah.
what the Giants do.
He got canned. I don't know if this was the worst game, unless you have it on the surprises. Yeah, you do. Just going back to the Dolphins game real quick. Yeah, it was bad to watch as a Patriots fan, but the stretches there where the refs started to take over and they started reviewing plays, it was unwatchable. It was an unwatchable product there for like that stretch through whatever it was, the third quarter, or maybe it was the second, I forget. That's how unwatchable it was. I turned it off, and yeah, it was an ugly, ugly game to watch.
I don't know if you guys did this like say 10 years ago. You kind of knew who all the head officials were in the NFL. You had Guns McGee, the African-American guy you see all the time, the old guy. You just
Gene.
you know these faces when you see them. These guys that come up now, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? They all look like they're like 40 years old, reffing their first fucking pro game ever. It just
You know why? It's because they're doing all the studio stuff. Those guys are getting big money to sit
Oh,
in the
yeah.
studio. He just sits in New York every Sunday and says this, watches every game. It's not like being on the field anymore. Easy retirement for these guys, and they're making big fucking money doing it.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure CBS and Fox are paying big.
I know that
ESPN's got one of those guys too.
the fact that there's not full-time refs for the NFL is just fucking dumb.
I think they are
Dumb.
now.
No, they don't have like a retirement package. They something weird. I think it's still part-time. It's a part-time gig.
Dude, they all got big fucking. They're all doctors and lawyers and all
So
that shit.
what?
too.
I mean, like, it's just cheap. It's just cheaping out by a $10 billion organization not to pay these refs and have professional referees and like a union for referees. And like, think about how much better it could be. I want to get to this because this is probably the best story of the weekend. The Colts need a win to get into the playoffs. All they have to do is beat the lowly 2-14 Jags by whatever the spread. I had them as my PPOTW.
16. Minus 16.
They lose 26-11. Jonathan Taylor, 15 carries, 77 yards. They are eliminated from the playoffs. They set off a spiral of events throughout the AFC, including the Steelers getting in. Ray, you did have it in our last early lines. They have they never won in Jacksonville? What's that stat?
It's like the last 8 times they've been down there. They're 0-8 or something crazy like that. Yeah.
Either way, speaking of loser stench, you can't get it off some people. And Carson Wentz, I've been saying it for years. That guy is just a loser.
Did
He
you
is.
see
and
the-
it cost a first-round draft pick to get him too. Did not
Did you
make the playoffs.
The front page of the sports in the Indianapolis Tribune, I believe is what it is. The thing, it was a picture of Carson Wentz, and then it says, how much do we have to lose to get rid of this guy? So the media area in Indianapolis knows that Carson Wentz is a born loser and will always be a loser. Get rid of him while you can.
There's some guys that are losers, like Matt Stafford, that go out there and play well and win, and then they make a couple bonehead plays that cost you games.
Josh Allen.
Carson Wentz, yeah, Carson Wentz used to be that guy early in his career. Now he just sucks. Now he's just bad.
Yeah.
He's just in that Patriots game, he threw for 59 yards. Like,
What was
He's
it? He was
bad.
going to be MVP that year. He got hurt when he was going to the Super Bowl. The Eagles
Dick
was the
Nick.
Super Bowl one.
would
Yeah,
think
he was MVP front runner until he got hurt.
never would have made the Super Bowl if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Patriots would have 7. Fuck.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Don't remind me. And it would have been the only team ever to go three-peat.
Damn it. Sorry, Bill. Cowboys playing their starters all game and demolishing the Eagles, who didn't play their starters, 51-26. I didn't know that. Dak had 5 touchdowns. Imagine benching him in your fantasy football championship because the analyst said he wouldn't play. You're an idiot, and then you still won. Congratulations, Raymond. With Tyler Huntley, he won, Bill.
Get
Yeah, I
out.
didn't know that the Cowboys played all their starters, and the and the Eagles sat everybody. And the Eagles are, take
Wow.
6 points, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
The Eagles
Sorry.
are still in the play. After show, I'll
I
give you a
hate-
little bit of recap of Ray winning the championship.
I hate this is why I hate fantasy football because the team
Love
with
it.
Brett fucking Huntley.
No,
can win
Tyler.
it.
Tyler.
Show some respect. Just show some respect on that.
Whatever.
motherfucker, mate.
That was a Trump, whatever. Let's move on. The Big Ben's career is not over
Whatever.
yet. I touched on that in the opener. I didn't even see this. I didn't even read this point. I didn't steal this. I promise. With that Jacksonville win, the Steelers needed to win to get into the playoffs. And after a sloppy game by Ben and that backup douchebag Tyler Huntley, the Steelers win and are in, and will travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Yeah, they are a team that just kind of hang around. I like that the Steelers are in the playoffs. I think it's better than the fucking Chargers and that douchebag.
I don't
Staley
hate
with
Ben.
his
Is that
dumb,
weird?
angry
Or the
face.
Colts. Or the Colts.
No, the Colts are a boring
That'd be
team.
terrible. Yeah.
I would have liked to see the Chargers get in, honestly. Just I like Herbert a lot. Again, it would have been a nice, good step for him in his second year.
With the
make
Chargers, the
playoffs.
Chargers would not have. Would they have played the Chiefs? No, they would.
Yeah, they would have been the 7th seed.
No, they wouldn't have. They would have played the
No, Steelers would have played the
Bills.
Chiefs still.
Bills. They would
Chargers
Oh
have
yeah,
the
no
Chiefs number.
Steelers.
That's why I asked, because they played them well. But it's good. You know
Beat
what?
him at
Whatever.
home this year too.
Big Ben, one of in the quarterback era, we've done a show on this before. Whatever it is, the 5 or 6 quarterbacks here in the 2000s, aughts. This is his last go. It's nice to see him in the playoffs for his last out. Gets smoked by Kansas City. That'll be it.
Yeah, goodbye.
Good.
Can I? Your show email, Ray. The best matchups of the week.
Yeah.
It's just the playoff games. I just think it was weird to conclude. Best matchups of the week, every playoff game.
And here's the best matchup for the week. Welcome to the playoffs.
No, there's some of them that are terrible.
Well, you have
It's the
4 here.
playoffs.
Hold
I
on,
have 3
there's
there.
6. There's 6 games, right? So Ray has 4.
I have
What are
3. I have
You have
3.
4. 49ers,
have
Cowboys,
4.
Cardinals, Rams,
Oh,
Patriots,
you Patriots,
at Bills.
Bills. Oh, it's because you wrote it at 7 a.m. on Sunday before everything happened.
Mhm.
49ers, Cowboys. There's a 90s throwback. Cardinals, Rams. I expect the Cardinals to lay over
I
and
think the
die.
49ers are going to win that game.
I do
I think
too.
so too.
Ooh.
Patriots and Bills, or Patriots and Bengals. No, it's Patriots and Bills. What are the ones we're missing?
Chiefs, Steelers, which I think is going to be meh. Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, which
That's going to
again,
be I think that's going to be a good one.
that's
You do?
5.
Yeah.
Oh, Bengals, Raiders. That's going to be a terrible fucking game.
Well, that's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I
Please.
think it'll too. Didn't they play already this year? Wasn't it like 33-30? Did they play?
Yeah, that's going to be a game in the 30s. That's going to be fun to watch your boy Joe Burrow running around.
Oh, because it's going to be a blowout. It's not going to be fun.
Oh, I disagree. I think the Raiders will keep it close. I think the Raiders are in a little bit of a high right now. They'll score some points. I don't know if they'll stop anybody, but they'll score some points.
Yeah.
I think you got games in the 30s there. What
Oh,
were the
no,
other
they
ones?
lost to them 32-13. Already played.
What were the Steelers Chiefs? That's watchable just because the franchises might turn into a blowout. And then the third one, that one didn't sound good.
Tampa Bay.
Oh no,
Philadelphia.
Bucks Eagles. Bill, you like the Eagles in that one?
No, I think the Bucks are going to win, but I think it's going to be a good game.
Do
I think Eagles are playing good. Throughout last week, they didn't start anybody. They have the best running attack in the NFL. So I mean, I don't
Going
know.
against the best rushing defense. in the
Defense.
NFL.
I just think it'd be a good game. And they
Ray,
play
you want to backtrack your Bucks are dead take on last week after 41 points from them on Sunday? Do you think that was just a last game of the season? Or do you think that they have something going?
Was this to me?
I did say Ray.
Oh, did you? Oh, I saw
You
it.
said the Bucks are a shit show, which they were. They are. And they were going to lose to the Panthers outright, and then they fucking smoked them, and Brady looked like 2007
Well,
Brady. So
I forgot that
they kept
a
him
lot
in the
of guys.
game too to Gronk get money.
That's what I was going to say. I
he's
didn't
so
know that.
fucking good. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Gronk
Brady?
had what 7 for 137 and a touchdown.
Both
or
of them. They're
157.
both
Oh.
still so good. It's ridiculous.
Gronk needed 7 catches to get that $500,000 bonus. So yeah.
Yeah, you got $1 million.
Do you want to touch on the Antonio Brown onslaught on Brady in his shit?
I love it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. If that's true that you tried kissing him, I knew it all along. I knew it all
It's
along.
not
Gisele's a
fucking
man.
True.
Giselle's a man. That's what it is.
I mean,
I
it's
told-
probably just like a kiss, like he kisses his kids. That's just how he shows affection. Just give me a kiss on the lips, Tone.
No, Bill,
Bye-bye.
do you feel a little weird about that because your mother never kissed you as a child?
No, I'll kiss you on the lips right now if you were close to me. I don't care.
And they'll shoot you so you could never tell anybody.
He's like an Aaron Hernandez.
Except I know how to hide a dead body.
Finally, a year and a half in, we finally get the
We
Aaron
figured out-
Hernandez.
Oh my god! It
Bill
is
Gately
it is
Harrison.
6-2 Bruins right now. They are just pouring it on Washington.
6-3.
Oh, Washington just scored.
Your internet sucks, Bill. Pay your bill. All right, let's move on to probably the last Dr. Big Mac's power rankings of the 2021 Season, go ahead, Ray. Why don't you give us the bottom 5?
Thank you, Richard. At number 10, I have
62 dick face.
the Cincinnati Bengals at 10-7. At number 9, our New England Patriots at 10-7. Number 8, Bills Arizona Cardinals at 11-6. At number 7, the 11-6 and AFC East champs Buffalo Bills. At number 6, the 12-5 Dallas Cowboys.
Bill?
I would move Arizona ahead of Dallas. So I would go Buffalo at 6, Arizona at 7, Dallas at 8, New England, Cincinnati.
Richard?
I'm putting Patriots at 10. I don't believe in them anymore. I think that we're going to have to pull a real rabbit out of the hat to.
But I've always the reason I didn't go to number 10 for me is because I've said the Patriots are going to beat Cincinnati. So I figure if that's my calling card here, I have.
Yeah, but you said that before the game against Miami where they look like shit.
Yeah. So I take it back. Cincinnati at 9.
Yeah, cool. Patriots 10, Cincinnati 9. I don't know here what you guys said. I don't like
Dallas.
The Cowboys. I've been off from the Cowboys all season long. I think they're too high. I put the Cardinals and the Bills above both of them. I put Cowboys at 8.
8. Yep.
And then Cardinals Bills. Is that what you had, Bill?
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
Nice job, Scissor Sisters. Number 5, I have the LA Rams at 12-5. At number 4, the Tennessee Titans at 12-5. At number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 12-4. Oh, that's not right. At 12-5. 13-3.
14-3. Didn't they? They had the same record as the Packers.
17 games this year, Ray.
They're 14-3. Packers and Tampa. They had the same record.
Yeah, Green Bay Packers also played 17 games.
Kansas City Chiefs I have at
you know why?
number
Because
2, and Green
he
Bay
wrote
Packers
this email too fucking early. You looked at the standings, and he copied and pasted.
Shit. All right. Yep. So yeah, Tampa Bay at 3, Kansas City at 2, and Green Bay at 1.
No, Green Bay at 1, Bucks at 2. Fuck. KC, I think at 3, Tennessee, and then the Rams at 5.
So the only thing you do is flip flop the Bucks and Chiefs.
Yeah, I like the Bucks at 2. I just even with the way Gronk and Brady are playing right now, he's the only surefire bet in the playoffs is Tom Brady. Out of any quarterback there is right now is Tom Brady.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I hate to. I think that Titans Chiefs is pretty close with them getting AJ Brown back and
Julio, Derrick Henry too.
They could be.
Yes, Bill, we know you've been saying it since week 14 that Derrick Henry's coming back in the playoffs.
Too little, too late for my fantasy team. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Bill.
No one cares. Get a life, loser.
I think yeah.
If you had Tyler Huntley at your quarterback, you would have won. But hey, do each his own.
Stick around for that recap. That stellar recap here in the after show. Beyond that, boys, a good NFL season. This is the end of the Silver Mind Sports Show Wednesday recap, NFL recap. Ray, thanks for half producing and putting the emails together, even the early ones. And well done on your power rankings. They certainly have been improved from week 1 to now.
That's all I try to do, week by week, just get better, maybe.
And that's all you can do. We will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Going into that last game, it was Ray versus Josh for the championship. Ray was winning by something like 4 or 5 or 6 or something.
13.
Josh had Herbert. Ray had Mike Williams. And
tough.
Mike Williams really didn't do shit for most of the game. Herbert didn't do shit for most of the game until he got to the fourth quarter, and then Herbert got it close, and then it came down to those drives where Herbert brought him back. And that's when Josh took the lead until the second comeback drive. And then he threw that 18-yard play to Mike Williams. Ray took the lead. And then they threw the touchdown to Mike Williams to go into overtime. Ray had a commanding lead, but then he came back even more. It was watching the Chargers and the Raiders go back and forth, and then while watching the app for the fantasy and these two teams go back and forth. Ray went to bed, but Josh was just live texting his anxiety.
I don't know how to.
Any fantasy football fan that doesn't give a shit about us, our fantasy football, but you understand what that's like.
Bill, do you know how Zimmel just rambles on and just talks about nonsense all the time and just blah, blah, blah? That's this kid, but put a Southern twang to it and voodoo magic. That's this kid I played.
I'm glad you beat him.
Me too.
Nice job.
Thank you.
This league is full of friends from across the country. Ray is the only one from our past.
Well, if there's an opening.
And there's a clear difference.
I'm your guy. There's an opening.
There's lots of sensitive people in that.
Ray has certainly made an impact. Not in the positive light. I would say out of the people paying attention to that, 100% of them were rooting against Ray in that championship game, including myself because of his drunken chirps on Sunday. But I was originally rooting for you.
You were very angry, especially when you went radio silent. We knew you were angry.
Oh, I was not angry. I was outside all day, but when I came back in, I got a little bit angry.
You texted me saying you were taking angry shits.
When I came back in and looked at my phone, I got a little bit angry.
You took the reins.